All right, welcome to Delivery Biz Connect. My name is Craig Peliquin. I'm one of the founders of DBC. Going to give you a short history about how we got here. We're our parent company, Internet Next Step. My business partner and I have had that for just over 25 years now. We've been helping restaurants and businesses increase their sales through marketing and automation for the past 2.5 decades. When the pandemic hit in, I guess, March 2020, when the first shutdowns happened here in BC, our restaurant owners came to us and said, hey guys, we're really getting slaughtered with the atrocious pricing model of the third-party apps. We can't afford to continue to pay these fees. We're seeing, we're getting poor customer service from drivers because they're not getting paid enough. We have to increase our menu prices to afford to be able to pay the third-party apps for deliveries. Our customers are mad. Can you build a delivery app? Well, we already had an app called Small Business Dream. So we went to our programmers and said, guys, we know there's a lockdown happening. We're going to do a change. We're going to do a pivot here of 180 degrees. What's it going to take to build a delivery app on top of our existing system? They said, well, about a couple of months and a couple $100,000. We went, hey, that sounds good. Go. And they were a little bit off. Just over a year and $1.5 million later, we were able to build Delivery Biz Connect. We built it right here in my backyard of White Rock, British Columbia, around a dozen restaurants. And we proved the technology. We made sure that it worked. We then brought on more restaurants and drivers. And we found that the best way to bring on a new restaurant was having a driver drop off a brochure to that restaurant and tell them about the service. So we decided to build a program around that and launch across Canada. So if you're with me here today, you've either seen an ad, you've been referred by a driver, or you just found us on YouTube. And I'm going to take just a few minutes to go through two different aspects of it. So if you're only here to learn how to drive, that'll only take a few minutes. And I'll tell you why drivers want to drive for us and how you get paid more. But if you want to get paid even more money to help us promote Delivery Biz Connect in your city, in your community, stick around a little bit longer and I'll explain that. Now, throughout this presentation, there will be some keywords that you need to write down that when you get onboarded by our customer service team, they're going to ask you what those words were. So you need a pen and paper handy. They will come up throughout the presentation and you'll be able to write them down. There'll be some website links, some URLs, and some other things. So have a pen and paper ready during this presentation. So I'm just going to pull that up. All righty. So drive for Delivery Biz Connect and 5 other ways to earn. So we're going to talk about driving first. Why do drivers want to drive for us? Well, they want to drive for us because we pay better. We pay our drivers a base of $4.99 for each delivery, plus tip topped up to a minimum of $9, and that's for a delivery of up to 5 kilometers in distance from the restaurant. If you go further, we do have long trip bonuses, $2 more if you go up to 8 kilometers, another $2 more up to 10 kilometers, and another $2 more if you go between 10 and 15, if the restaurant is able to have their food go that far. Not every restaurant wants their food traveling further than 10K. This is at least 22% more than the other popular delivery apps. We also created some income boosters for drivers as well. Our number one income booster is order stacking. We saw in some of the other third-party apps, 3 drivers would show up to the same restaurant at the same time to pick up 1 order each, when one driver could have taken all 3. So we allow order stacking to take multiple orders when it makes sense. And we also do something that's unique to us. It's called exclusive driver periods. Imagine being able to lock yourself in to one restaurant for 2 hours during a busy peak time like dinner, where you don't have to drive all over the city, but you can go back and forth to the one restaurant, maximizing your order stacking and minimizing your drive time. Now, we are looking for premium drivers. And how do we get premium drivers? It's one word: respect. See, we care about our drivers and they know it. And we pay them better and we demand a better quality service because our drivers know they're not being taken advantage of, and they're really excited when they get a notification on our app that they have a delivery. Now, our drivers always have a thermal bag when picking up orders. They always have a pizza bag if they're picking up for a pizza place. And the bag must be zipped up and only unzipped in front of the customer. We want to make sure that our restaurants and our customers are getting a premium experience. Our drivers dress appropriately. They're respectful for both the staff at the restaurant and the customer they're delivering to. And of course, right now, they're wearing a mask. They don't leave the bag at the door. Our drivers always knock and they ring the doorbell and they wait for the customer to come to the door. Of course, keeping social distancing. That way, when they see them, they unzip the bag, place it so they can get their food. The customer knows the food is hot. Our drivers always smile. They make eye contact with both the staff and the delivery customer. They can see that smile through your mask. So these are just things that we do to make sure that we are a premium delivery service. Our drivers know that they reflect our image and their team players. So here's your first word to write down, camel. So write that down, you will need that. And if you're only here because you want to be a driver, there's not much more for you to see. You got the details. You're going to go to our hotline number at 604-900-2384, or if you're joining us from the US, 888-882-1853. I'll bring that number up again. And tell them you're on the orientation. We're going to ask you for the word camel to make sure that you saw it, and they'll get you set up on the driver app so you can start driving. But if you want to learn how to make some more money, I can show you 5 more ways that'll pay you more money than you'll ever make just driving for us. Driving for us, you drive once, you get paid once. Promoting for us, you can promote once and get paid every single month as the company grows and as those restaurants come on board. And I'm going to pay you to drop off brochures. I'm going to pay you to refer restaurants, and I'm going to pay you to refer other drivers. So how do you get paid more? We're going to pay you, first of all, just to drop off brochures at possible restaurants that could be on our platform, and pay you between $1 and $5 for every single brochure that you drop off. Now, when do you do this? You can do this while you're driving for the other guys. You can do this while you're waiting for a delivery from us. You can do it while you're waiting for an order for it to be ready for your next delivery, or you're in a non-ideal delivery time. You know that 2 to 5 o'clock, where lunch rush is over and dinner rush hasn't started yet? Here's a great time that you could be dropping off brochures and getting paid while you wait. Now, if you are doing this while you're driving for one of the other third-party apps, please be respectful of your current delivery service. I don't want you dropping off a brochure at the same place that you just picked up, you dropped off your order from, okay? But certainly drop it off at 2 or 3 restaurants that are close by so you can get paid more without having to find extra time. I'm going to provide you everything you need, including a PDF, so you can print your brochures from home or from your local printer. So you're going to need to write down this URL, yesdbc.com/brochure. Take a screen cap if you're watching this from your phone. Scan this from your phone if you're watching it from a computer. That'll take you right to it. Yesdbc.com/brochure. Click download, and it will download the PDF. It's a big file. It's going to take a few minutes. And then fill in your information to register. This is all part of the process. This is the starting point. Once you've registered, you'll be taken to a thank you page. That thank you page is going to give you your password to be able to access the DBC Share app. Now, if you did it from your phone and you click that link from your phone, it'll automatically take you to Google Play or the App Store, depending on your phone. If not, search DBC Share in either one of the stores, and this really cool red button app will come up. You'll log in with your email and the password we sent you. And to get paid to drop off brochures, you print them out, you hold one in your hand, and you click take a picture when you're standing in front of the restaurant. It'll look just like this. You hold it up in front, snap a photo, click use photo, and it'll open up our lead capture page. Now, on the lead capture, the more information you provide, the more money we pay you. The minimum criteria to get paid is the restaurant name. That's easy. You're standing in front of it. You just took a picture of it. The restaurant phone number. That's easy. You're standing in front of it. It's probably on the door or the window. It's definitely on a menu. But the one thing that isn't staring you in the face is the one thing we need is the owner or manager's name, at least their first name. You just simply have to ask and you'll be able to get it. You get those minimum criteria, name, restaurant name, and phone number. Click save and then hit the checkbox and submit. You just earned $1, but you can earn more. If you can get me the owner or manager's personal email or personal cell phone number, I'll pay you $2.50 instead of $1. And you get me both, I'll pay you $5 for that lead. How do you get their email and their phone number? 2 easy ways. First of all, just ask. Many times you'll get it. Second way is I don't ever ask for their phone number. I usually ask a restaurant owner, hey, what's the best number for me to text you more information? That's less intrusive. Or ask the staff member, hey, what's the best way for me to text the owner or the manager the information? Or ask for their business card. Many times their business card is sitting behind the till and all those details are on it. Now, there's also a little place you see this hot lead button. If you check the hot lead, that means you've talked to the owner. It's a $5 lead. They're ready to go. They're really excited. You want to jump the sales team. You don't want them to go to our sales team. You want to come right to my desk. And it'll come right to my desk. You put in comments. I pick up the phone and I get them set up right away. Now, why do you want to give us good data? Good leads mean that restaurants are going to join our platform. And when they join our platform, they pay us $100 a month and they pay us 3.3% delivery fees, minimum $1 to a maximum $2.50. This is why they're excited. They're paying 3.3% fees for deliveries, free pickup orders compared to 30% with the other apps, and in many cases, 10% on pickup orders. Now, why is this good for you? Well, it's great for them because they're saving literally on average of $50 a day, about $1,500 a month, or over $18,000 a year they save on our platform. And we're going to pay you a 10% commission on the fees that we charge them every month, as long as you're actively working with DBC. That's a nice little residual income stream. Work once, get paid forever. Now, with all these new restaurants, I'm going to need drivers. So you can be one of our first drivers, as I talked about. Maybe you know other drivers. Refer them to our app and get a 10% commission on the delivery fee of every order they deliver. You can also earn a 5% override on every brochure they drop off, and you can earn a 5% override on any restaurant that they bring on board. So now you can start building a team of drivers to be working in your city. How do you refer drivers? Same way you refer restaurants. You use the DBC Share app. On the main tab, you will see a share button. You click it and a QR code is going to pop up. You scan the QR code with your phone and it takes you right to the onboarding page and all the information about the driver's need. Probably very similar to the page that brought you here. You can also click the share button. That'll open up your phone so you can text me the information. You can send it by WhatsApp, or you can send it through Messenger, or any way that you want to send it, you can send those details. It opens it up. It's got the link. And when they click it, it goes right to the onboarding page. Now you'll notice in behind that short URL is a long bunch of text. And there's a 7-digit promo code in there. That promo code is unique to you. So we create a new one for every one of our drivers. So we know that that person came to us because you referred them. So it tracks it all so we can pay you all your commissions. Now, if you really want to take this to the next level, you can post a Facebook jobs ad using Delivery Biz Connect. Just follow through the system, download the header for Canada or for the US, depending on where you're joining me from. Follow the step-by-step instructions, take you 15 to 20 minutes. You can post a Facebook ad and get all the drivers that come from that ad attached to you. I said there's a hotline number. This is it. Write it down. 604-900-2384 in Canada, 888-882-1853 in the United States. Elephant is your next keyword. Write that one down. You will be asked for it. So first one was camel, second one was elephant. Now, another way to make money. Just get your friends, co-workers, family members to download our restaurant app right from the share link, and you can earn a 4% commission on the first order total amount from every participating restaurant in our app. So in the DBC share, instead of driver, you click hungry person, and they scan that code. It goes right into the App Store or Google Play. You can also type out Delivery Biz Connect, and you'll find the blue restaurant app, the Buy Local app. You'll need that one. You'll also find the driver app, which is the white driver app. If you want to drive for us, you'll need that, and you use the same email and password we sent to you when you registered for DBC Share. And if you want to take this to the top level, we look to promote our best drivers and promoters to district managers. This means you can earn an additional 5% override on every sale in your delivery bubble. So let me give you real life examples of what's happening right now in cities across North America. Let's say you can hand out 10 brochures a day. It's a realistic number. You can do it in an hour a day. You can do it while you're driving for the other third-party apps, while in your part-time. Our average driver is making $35 a day, handing out 10 brochures a day. That's $175 a week. That's $700 a month, not driving for us, just handing out brochures. Now, if you make the commitment to do this for the next 4 weeks, 10 brochures a day, 5 days a week, for 4 weeks, you'll hand out 200 brochures. And that 200 brochures will create about 23 new restaurants quite quickly in your area. This is the math that seems to be working all across North America right now. Now, those 23 restaurants pay us $100 a month. We're going to pay you 10%. So now you're going to start earning $230 a month residual from these restaurants. They're also going to start doing deliveries on our service. The average restaurant will do up to 75 deliveries a week. So the potential earnings for you is over $900 a month or $11,000 a year from the effort you do in the next 30 days. You can also be the first driver, as we talked about. If I just base you getting the minimum $9 driver fee at 16 deliveries a day on a 4-hour shift, that's another $2,880 a month at the minimum amount driving part-time for your new 23 restaurants. If you recruit all the drivers in your bubble, you can earn money from them as they deliver. If you recruited 10 promoters to drop off just 10 brochures a day like you're doing, and you get 5% of their brochure earnings, the minimum amount you'd make is $350 a month sitting on your couch. And if you got one friend or family member or coworker to download the DBC restaurant app to your share link, and they place just one order a week with a participating restaurant, the average order on our app is about $30. You'd earn $144 a month just sharing our free app. Now, the first $100 is in free food. It goes into the app, so you can spend it at a participating restaurant in our app. Anything over $100 you can take out as cash. And if you did all this, I'd ask you to be a district manager. You can earn an additional 5% override on all the sales. So if you add up all the revenue streams, that's over $6,000 a month, plus $100 a month in free food. That's over $72,500 a year, $1,200 a year in free food. That's the good news. Give you more good news. You're here. You're on an orientation with me. Congratulations. Only 10% of people that ever register to be on an orientation ever make it, ever get through to this point. So congrats. Pat yourself on the shoulder. Now the bad news. Only 1 out of 10 of you that join me on this webinar, on this orientation, will ever print or hand out a single brochure. Don't know why. Guess at this point, they think it's too hard to go to a printer. It's too hard to go and download a PDF. Maybe they don't believe it. I'm not sure what happens, but those that take this seriously are making hundreds and some even thousands of dollars a month helping us promote Delivery Biz Connect. So let me give you an incentive. I find if you can get money quickly, you'll believe it faster. You'll want to work harder, And so I have a speed bonus. If you hand out 50 brochures in your first week, just like I talked about from the beginning, no more, no less, 50 brochures in your first week, I'll give you a $100 cash bonus on top of all the money that you earn. I said it takes about 5 hours in a week to hand out 50 brochures, an hour a day. That's like a $20 an hour bonus just for handing out brochures. Do it again in week 2, $100. Do it again in week 3, $100. Do it again in week 4, $200. So I'll give you, if you hand out 200 brochures in your first 4 weeks, $500 in extra bonuses just for doing the work that I asked you to do at the beginning, working an hour a day. Now, there is a caveat, all right? You must hand out on the brochures the leads. They can't just all be dollar leads, okay? I'm not paying you for do the minimum. So half your leads can be it can be the dollar leads, but the other half must be at least $2.50 or $5. So I need at least the phone number or the email of the manager for you to qualify in half the cases. Now, once again, if you didn't write it down at the beginning, write it down now. Your hotline numbers in Canada and the United States, 604-900-2384 in Canada, 888-882-1853 in the US. Your next secret word is zebra. All right. So how do you get started? Really simple. You start right here. You go to yesdbc.com/brochure and you click download and you register. So download the PDF, print it yourself and register to get started. Now, when you print your own, 20 pages, double-sided, 60-pound paper. No, this is more like a cardboard. It's not cardboard, but it's a thick paper. Cut into 3 brochures per page will make you 60 brochures. It will cost you about $30 at Staples. Keep your receipt. If you print from home, I'll reimburse you as well. So I don't care how you print, but you need to follow the specs. Now, if you print your own, you need to handwrite your name and promo code on each brochure. So please print legibly and use black ink. Now, you may want to save some time and save money. It may sound like printing at home or Staples is less expensive, but it's going to cost you the same or even more, and your brochures won't be customized because we have some packages that you can get from us. So what is your time worth? I'm going to reimburse you no matter what. So why don't you choose one of our 2 customized brochure packages to make it easier for you? So package number 1 will send you 200 brochures customized with your name and your promo code, and we'll give you Delivery Biz Connect pen. Free shipping, when you register, instead of choosing free, choose driver start package number 1. It'll take you to a payment page, put in your credit card, and we'll send them out to you. Package number 2 is for the person that wants to be an area manager right away. This gives you 400 brochures, 10 pens, Delivery Biz Connect hat, and 2 car door magnets for your car. This is the guy that really wants to take it seriously. Choose driver start package number 2, and we'll send that out to you. Now, your best option, do both. It can take up to a week for your custom brochures to arrive, depending on what part of the country you're in. So self-print your first 60 so you can start right away. Your speed bonus isn't going to start until your customized brochures arrive. So you can get some extra time to make that first $100 bonus, up to 2 weeks to hand out your first 50 instead of just 1. Now, if you don't order a package and you only choose to self-print, your speed bonus starts with the first brochure you hand out from your self-print. Now, I don't want you to be out money for printing very long. I want all your money back in the first week. So I'm going to double your brochure earnings until you've earned all your money back for self-printing or purchasing either the $99 or the $249 package. Here's how that works. I'm going to go back to 50 brochures in your first week. If you did that, what we find is half of them will probably be dollar leads. That's okay. You're allowed to have half of them that way. 15 will be the 250 leads, and about 10 of them will be $5 leads. Remember, to get the speed bonus, at least half of them need to be 250 or more. Now, if you did that, you'd earn $112.50 plus the $100 speed bonus. So that's $212.50 that you get paid your first week. If you self-printed 60 brochures and you send us the receipt, you get $30 back. You get it all back. So now I'm going to give you $250. So no printing costs for you. If you order the $99 package, you've earned more than 99. We double it, so you get your 99 back. If you self-printed, you'd almost get all of that back. You get the 99 plus the 30. And if you ordered the $249 package, you'd get the $112.50 back because we double it. So you'd have $325, and you still can earn the extra $136.50 in the coming weeks as you hand out more brochures. So I never want you to be out your initial printing cost more than a week. In every example, if you hand out 50 brochures in your first week, no matter what way you decide to get your brochures printed, you're going to have your money back with a profit. Now, we pay every Tuesday by PayPal. So you do need to set up a PayPal account and text us to that hotline number, your PayPal email address. And every Tuesday, you don't even need to ask, we calculate pays on Monday. So it goes from Monday to Sunday. We calculate all the brochures you've handed out. And then you'll get paid on Tuesday as long as you've earned at least $20. Sometimes we can get them, you get your money in your account on Monday night, but expect to have it by Tuesday at the latest. That's how it works. So at this point, all you need to do is say, I want to get started. You put text the 604-900-2384 number in Canada or the 888-882-1853 number in the United States. You want to get started. One of our customer service reps will be there to help you. Now, if you call the phone number, probably won't get answered. You'll get voicemail. If you text it, you'll get an answer right away, or at least same business day. Worst case scenario, if you're really busy, you'll get an answer the next business day to get you started. And hopefully, in a month from now, you've joined us and we put a few $100 or $1,000 into your bank account. Now, at this point, I'm going to stop the recording because I don't need to keep on recording this.